Welcome back to our edition of Patience or Pressure, where we talk about all 32 NFL teams and what's kind of facing the franchises. What, do they have a little bit of patience on their side, or is the pressure mounting? Today we talk about the Atlanta Falcons. Patience or pressure? As much as I want to say pressure, because I feel like the Falcons for the last couple of years have been one of those teams. I just honestly I felt like they didn't overperform last year, but they were kind of raising expectations. I mean, Cordero Patterson had a great year. There was a couple times where they were like, could the Falcons sneak into the playoffs? Like, it's an absolute there's a chance. Like, there could be Stranger Things. We've seen stranger things that have happened. This could happen. Arthur Smith and company. I think they're building a good culture there in Atlanta. But the question is, right now, they had a good draft. I think you got to have patience. I think there's nothing but patience with the Atlanta Falcons right now. They just traded away their franchise quarterback, or was a franchise quarterback, in Matt Ryan. You got Kyle Pitts, you got Desmond Ridder in the third round or something like that, and you probably got Marcus Mariota, who's going to come in and start right away before he passes on the baton to a guy like Desmond Ridder. So there's patience here. Like, they knew, they traded away their guy. They're getting a rookie quarterback. Is there going to be a little bit of a situation here where you start Marcus Mariota, just see what's best for the team, and then if Desmond Ridder picks up things quickly, maybe. Overall, I really like Desmond Ridder's upside. I do think he is, I don't want to say a more polished version of Marcus Mariota, but I do think he's got a better ceiling. Clearly, he's got a better ceiling. I think with the right coaching, sitting behind Mariota, maybe for a year or maybe more, maybe he could be a really good quarterback in this league. I mean, he's got weapons. Kyle Pitts, they also drafted, Drake London as well. So, they really, and plus, I mean, the Falcons got a lot better defensively as well. We talk about Arnold, I'm going to say Arnold E. I'm not going to try to say his last name, but there was like we said, Drake London on offensive side of the football, but Arnold E. as well as getting the linebacker. I think was it Chad Muma, or no, it was Troy Anderson. I'm sorry, I get those two mixed up. But Troy Anderson coming out of Montana State, he's going to be a stud. They got a lot better there as well when you talk about, and then yes, you got Desmond Ridder in the third round. D'Angelo Malone, I think actually might surprise a lot of people. I really saw what I liked. I liked what I saw from the guy coming out of Western Kentucky. I think he's going to be a really good player. And you got, I think you really got the three guys at the top of your draft here, in Drake London, Arnold E., and Troy Anderson, that are going to compete, at least bring in, not only compete, but I think they're going to come in and play right away. So you got better defensively. You've got Marcus Mariota, who's going to lead this thing. And Felipe Franks, I liked him. I really did like him coming out of the draft process, but we'll have to see what goes on here. Desmond Ridder, I believe, will be given chances later on in the season. But I think there's still patience here because the fact that the Falcons didn't take a first-round quarterback. They stuck to their guns, drafted a guy like Drake London. They've got Brian Edwards, who they just traded for, I believe, what was it, like a fifth-round pick or whatever. So, and they've got Olamide Z. I'm not going to – these guys, I try, but I can't at the end of the day. Some of these guys, their names are tough. You got Cordero Patterson coming back from a career year last year, Kyle Pitts. So they've got some weapons. I think their offensive line is a lot better than people give it credit for. I think this might be a top 10 offensive line, by the way. But also at the end of the day, you've got a young quarterback behind a veteran that honestly might need a little bit of time. He's definitely going to need a little bit of time. So hopefully Marcus Mariota can stay healthy and put this team in a good enough position to, if not compete this year, I mean, be in that 500 level, and then next year come back and see what else they can do. But this defense, I mean, we talked about Arnold E., as well as, Anadekatumbo Ogundeji. I think I call him AO. We talked about him earlier in the year, but also I like what you still got Grady Jarrett on that defense, Deion Jones, Lorenzo Carter, AJ Terrell, who played like an all-pro last year. So I'm really excited for this defense as well. I think there's still a lot to work with here. They're still going to have to get a lot better. I understand that. But overall, you're putting some solid pieces here. You got a young future franchise quarterback. Hopefully, we'll see how it all pans out. But I do think that the Atlanta Falcons, they've got some patience here. They've got some time to develop a quarterback. They've got a perfect stopgap quarterback in a guy like Marcus Mariota. And they've got weapons on offense and a young and improving defense. So I'm excited for what happens here. I think that you've got the Falcons got some patience on their side, but that's not going to be it forever. After this year, I do think the pressure does start to mount. We saw some good things teams last year. We'll see what we see this year, but overall, the Falcons are heading in a positive direction, and I feel like they've got some patience on their side. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. In the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so make sure you guys give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our new segment, and plus if the Atlanta Falcons have a little bit of patience or pressure on their side.